shit, don't run your mouth and get full clip like every little motherfucker body thinking that I was about it like a melon and a bucket break you will there. Fuck you, suck my dick, don't get ice beaked in the back of the whip, bitch. Stop another body in the kitchen with the machete, get all the parts into a garbage bag and dump into a pit. Fuck you, talk your shit, don't run your mouth and get full clip like every little motherfucker body thinking that I was about it like a melon and a bucket break you will there. Fuck you, suck my dick, don't get ice beaked in the back of the whip, bitch. Stop another body in the kitchen with the machete, get all the parts into a garbage bag and dump into a pit. 6 feet deep, you will not wake up, son. One shot to your dome and now you're done. Don't take your bite, but you don't want none. He said, she said, bitch, you won't wait one. Body make a sucker, sucker, never throw my phones. Pussy motherfuckers getting lit up like a stove. Bag a little gag about it, sit for a nigga home. Bag a shot in the jump, I'm putting that out of your hoes. Like, boom, bitch. Try to mess, you don't want this. Not deep and no risk. Can't pop with the paper, go again. I'll never kill the motherfuckers. Make my mission, man, it's better. Got me doing like a minute. I'll be hitting them again. It means I think it's never ran in my city. Never the ever fucking get it. But you're moving back and forth. You fucking go, we fucking pepper, man. They come another help you later, bitch. I hope you get it fit and leave it for that. And you're on neighborhood with the stuff that is stuck in your job with the rage. It will make you a fingerprint just to piss in your face in front of your fucking pussy got scared, mate. Never run or must have read the vision of a villain. Never more of every passion. I'll go back and kill it. Never fucking get rid of it. Like a body, we want to kill us. Open that door. I am a man. Fuck you, talk your shit, don't run your mouth and get full clip like every little motherfucker body thinking that I was about it like a melon and a bucket break you will there. Fuck you, suck my dick, don't get ice beaked in the back of the whip, bitch. Stop another body in the kitchen with the machete, get all the parts into a garbage bag and dump into a pit. Fuck you, talk your shit, don't run your mouth and get full clip like every little motherfucker body thinking that I was about it like a melon and a bucket break you will there. Fuck you, suck my dick, don't get ice beaked in the back of the whip, bitch. Stop another body in the kitchen with the machete, get all the parts into a garbage bag and dump into a pit.
Yo, what is up? Sorry for the late delay again, but hey, it wouldn't be S.M.I.L.E. It really wouldn't be this show if it wasn't for delays, would it, brother?
No. Thank you, Will, for saving us in the background. What is up, Mr. Winger? And what is up, Mr. K?
Your video's coming in a little choppy and sounds nowhere near where it should be.
Everything looks fine. My end. Everything's been updated.
It's just choppy for some. It's choppy for some reason coming through. What's going up, David? What's going on, John? How you guys doing today?
How's that now? Any better?
Oh yeah, that's quite a bit better. Not entirely, but yes.
Normally I'm a bit lower. That could be why. Hang on. 2 seconds. Let me try this. Because normally everyone's on my lap. Is that a lot better?
It's starting to catch up with itself. Give me 1 second. Just stay on.
Spit on? Spit on what? Hot took. Spit on that thing. I hope everyone as well.
Not the one I was expecting.
Big question.
Okay, sorry about that. I think you usually have your headphones plugged in.
I don't, but I will.
Because I think there's something on your mic.
There's never a problem with my mic. But yeah. No. Yeah, let's try. Oh, now let me try that first before the headphones. Is that better?
Oh, much.
Or do I need the headphones?
It's a slight delay between your video and your voice, but yeah.
It will catch up.
I'm sure it will.
It's because I've just put it on charge while I'm using it.
It's to answer you, John and David. It wouldn't be an episode of S.M.I.L.E. if there weren't technical difficulties, but it is what it is. It's why we do what we do. So if you remember from last week, we were talking about red flags, and we were also talking about we also spoke about, oh, good Lord, it just slipped my mind. It was something similar to today's topics, which are emotional vulnerability and emotional availability, and the differences between them. What do you think it means to be emotionally vulnerable? This can be taken a lot of ways, and I kind of want to see where this group kind of takes this.
I've got an answer, but I'm going to wait for people to type in.
Oh, now your voice is caught up with us.
Yay.
What do you guys think it means to be emotionally vulnerable?
See, I want to answer it, but I'm going to let people type in first.
Don't really like having dead air time, but
David said a good smoke, but personally, I think emotional vulnerability is when you kind of open up those things that you keep locked away to someone that you find special. Oh,
here we go, John. Emotional vulnerability is equals to me to be open emotionally or willing to share your emotions easily. So yeah, being emotionally vulnerable is it's exactly that. It's being open emotionally, being comfortable enough with yourself to be open with somebody else about your feelings towards yourself and towards them, or whatever the situation may be, because it may also be taken in the aspect of being when you're emotionally vulnerable, that's when a lot of things seems to happen to people. That's when a lot of bad people take advantage of
your
good
kindness
things,
and stuff.
or your emotional state. You go through a death in the family, and instead of being there to console you, somebody's there to egg you.
Yeah. Oh, sounds like my family.
And I'd be calling the kettle black if I didn't say my family as well. But there's neither here nor there. David, I would have to disagree with that. Basically, it's easier to break down and taken advantage of. Well, I mean, it is easier to do that to someone when they are emotionally vulnerable and when they're in a state where they would not normally do something. But I believe that being emotionally vulnerable, like in a positive manner, is like what John said, is being able to express how you feel to somebody without the fear of repercussions. Because we all know of people or have had family members who have come out to other family members and get completely ostracized and get blamed and get basically kicked out.
Aye.
When they're emotionally vulnerable, when they're at that state,
Tony
they're
to the birds out of the mouth for the response to David.
the state of being emotionally vulnerable requires someone else being in the emotional range of emotional availability. So you have to trust the person that you're talking to with the information that you're giving them in any situation. But with emotions charging it, how can that, where can the balance lie? Where do you find what is it about somebody that allows you to be emotionally vulnerable or emotionally available? I'll take on either side of that, because we've all been emotionally vulnerable to somebody and had it used against us. We've also been the person to do that. I hate to say it, done it. But we've also been there when somebody really needed us. And that's what this group is about, right? Is that emotional availability. But you don't necessarily have to be emotionally vulnerable to be emotionally available. I hope I'm not talking circles and like people are losing where I'm going, because this subject really intertwines itself within each subject. You can't talk about one without talking about the other. Am I right?
Yeah.
So let's say hypothetically I'm going through a situation in my house and my levels are here. I'm beyond stressed out. I'm yelling at everybody. I'm throwing things. I'm breaking things. And you call me and you're in the same state that I'm at. You're just emotionally jacked. How hard is it to switch to that emotional availability when you're there? What do you guys think?
It just depends on how you are as a person. I don't want to prejudge, but yourself with the military side, you switch off and instantly care for the other person. Am I correct or am I wrong? I know I do that with the stuff that I've been through, my post-traumatic stress. I end up switching off and putting other people for me.
Thank you. I believe that is one of the biggest things that those of us that have PTSD, and I won't say suffer from, I hate that fucking term.
Sorry, I'm sorry to use that term.
No, it isn't anything against you. It's a personal preference. I mean, I know people who do truly suffer with PTSD. I don't. But I believe that all of us that live with it, that deal with it, that cope with it, that mask from it, that do everything that we've talked about, we know what it's like to be in that vulnerable state. And we know what it's like to be on the brink of absolute decimation.
Destruction. Fuck yourself. Fuck them all. Yeah.
Just decimation. I mean, I don't think there's a better word than decimation, because No living thing is safe when you're at that point, and that includes yourself. And I'm not saying end of life, but that's always on the table when you're at that point.
Yeah.
I'm like I said, shit, I didn't do it again, but fuck it, I'll do it now. This is not a licensed therapy group. I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm not a licensed social worker. I am not a therapist, counselor, anything. I am an
But he
individual.
could be Smokey's personal pole dancer if Smokey has the right money.
I've already told you that ain't gonna happen.
Sorry, I just thought I'd make people smile, as that's the name of the show.
Hey, that's the name of the show. We gotta smile. Sometimes these talks are gonna get serious on some subjects, and we are gonna crack jokes. And I mean, that's one thing that I grew up. Even in the hardest of situations, my family could make jokes.
Yeah, and that's one of my coping mechanisms as well. Is in dark situations, I make dark humor. Don't mean
But I
to.
don't
Just
think I don't believe that's a coping mechanism. I believe what that truly is your ability to switch from that emotional vulnerability to that emotional availability, because you feel everybody around you. You feel all this sadness, and then you crack this joke that you know people are gonna laugh at regardless.
either that, or people are going to end up trying to call the people that are in the funeral home.
But hey, but when you're known for that, when you've been known to do that, people almost expect it of you. So you switch to that emotional availability. So you take all of these emotions that you're feeling around you and you say something dark. You say something that most people, yes, probably 80% of the people in the room are going to go, I can't believe they just said that. But you're going to get a giggle, and you're going to get a laugh, and you're going to get these from the corners, and you can't tell me I'm wrong. Sorry, John. That can't happen. I'm sorry. I lost you for sound, Savage, but I think you're pretty good.
I know you lost for sound.
There we go. I don't know what it is.
I know you're missing
difference
sound because I'm
between the
speaking in the
mic.
background. That's all. I'm just speaking in the background. That's all. So I'm
I
just muting
figured when I
myself.
looked and you looked sideways, so no problem. Do you guys believe that being emotionally available leaves you susceptible to being emotionally vulnerable? As funny as you may think that would be, I just no. Nope. Not my forte. I am not willing to risk my life for y'all to smile. I'm sorry. Y'all ain't paying my medical bills. Now, anybody wants to see one of these shows go off at like a gun range, or I mean, to be honest, when it goes
Oh
off at a
hell
gun
yeah!
range, I would mute this on my end so you wouldn't hear anything. But I mean, for me, that's being emotionally vulnerable. Give me a second. Hey, Kurt, can you take over for like 5 minutes? I have to take this call. Give me 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
Okay. We'll skip to a song then, guys.
All right. Sorry,
I
my
will
fault,
connect.
guys. I'm sorry.
You're cool. I'll connect to a song, guys. Don't worry. We'll smoke. How about that with S.M.I.L.E? Let's connect.
What is it?
be right back, guys.
Moms?
I'm good. No, really. This stuff's for losers.
He's right. Drug dealers are dorks.
Smoking the devil's lettuce. It's killed many before you, and you'll be no exception, Billy. So what do you say? It's about time to quit smoking, right?
I smoke loud and it's lit as a cherry. When you put me in the ground, bro, weed where I'm buried. I smoke till I'm high like taxes. You can die by the book. Let me find them matches, amount to ashes. Alleviate the anguish. It leaves in the fire, the tree get cremated. The return of the bread, I don't need for Visine. Chief weed in my sleep, that's a pipe dream. We got signed and ever since then. It's like I'm mailing packs at the frequency I send stems. Highly impaired, couldn't be higher, it's true. Put it in the air, fill the entire room.
I just puffed it once and I'm done for it. Smoke hit my lungs hard as fuck. Exhaled and hit it, grew hands and started choking me. Bagged the last 2 grams, tied it with a rosary. I said fuck it, plus a Hail Mary and flushed it. Appeared right back as a blunt like I never touched it. Hoes grow with my flesh close to death while I still hold breath, trying to smoke the rest. Seeing how I'm rotting, I am probably doomed, but I'ma go out with a sonic. I said fuck it, you only die once. Lit it up and erupted to a cloud of guts.
Oh, yowzers. Judging by the holes in his lungs, that hit hurt. Oh, Joey might have overindulged himself this time. Let's see if he survives the night. Doesn't look so hot now, does he? One too many puffs has him feeling all topsy-turvy. Hopefully tonight he'll learn his lesson.
I'm getting high at all costs, regardless of the method. Everybody dies, you should probably accept it. Whatever this weed is doing to me is definitely not groovy. Trapped in this hole, inanimate objects are talking now. He needs some milk. Somebody better fucking talk me down. The smell of rotting flesh continues to linger. You're too stoned to notice. You smoked your own finger, a dead ringer. For a sad excuse, a prime example of a cold level drug abuse. And to tell the truth tonight, I'll try to survive the night. And if not, then at least I'll die high, right? Smoke, 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 smoke,
What's up? We're back after that short break.
What is up, people?
So I was trying to cut
so
up on my
sorry
end, and it
about
turns
that.
out we
I
already
didn't
had it up.
realize- Sounds good. You know, it's kind of weird. I know he's here, but he's not.
Hang on,
here,
I've just
so-
looked in the corner. Sorry. I've just looked in the corner on DJ Shadow's camera. I just caught me with this little fucker. That's what he was doing. At least I got the balls to do it on camera. Sorry. Distraction avoided, hopefully. Oh shit.
So, hey, Will, I got a question for you. This Yeah. You need to at least type in your answer then.
Oi, he forgets I've got the power to bring him back in. And I've got the power to change his name as well.
All I need you to do is answer it in the comments, okay? You don't need to be on video. Just answer the comments. Emotional vulnerability. Emotional availability does not leave you susceptible always to emotional vulnerability. Yes or no, and why?
You're asking the wrong tree. Do you realize what I just went
Bullshit,
through?
no.
I was emotional vulnerable and got fucked by life. I'm not a good person to ask about this.
Really?
Are any of us, though?
Hey, nope. Bring his ass back here, because this is about this. I was in a state of absolute disarray a couple days ago. And you pulled me out of the fucking fire by reminding me that I helped you and who we are, right? Okay, so all I'm going to say is this, is thank you for being emotionally available while emotionally vulnerable from what had happened to you. That's a huge thing. I want you to know that from my perspective as a friend and as a coworker.
He hates the fact that I have control like he does. Because he can't hide anymore when you ask him questions.
Fuck!
Nah. He's all good. Let him go. I love that man. I've been so stressed out. I've been having dizzy spells.
I could teabag that man repeatedly. You know, he'd probably enjoy it from you. Yeah, maybe a Arabian goggle. He's covering his face. Oh.
See how close I can get these without putting them on camera.
Do you know, random off the point, do you know how useful connects are? You remember connects? We all grew up with connects.
You talking about like KINETEX connects?
Like these?
Okay, bro. No, you gotta go back farther than that. Is what I grew up on.
Just wait. These still come in handy as an adult if you haven't got a phone stand. It looks like a catapult, but it's not. It's a phone stand. Look, you can put your phone sideways. You can put your phone upwards. Sorry.
That's always handy.
We're not paid for that, but yeah.
It's all good.
But it still works, even as an adult. What's David on about catch and release for? Is that DJ Shadow? We just caught him and released him.
Yeah, catch and release.
At least he can't have a shirt on. He's already shown his nipples.
Okay. I know I have to clean that whole room. I gotta pull everything out.
Vacuumed some of it so it wasn't so.
That's good, but I need to get in there and move everything so that I can deep clean the carpeting.
Just want to let you know that I did some.
What is that word, David? Sorry. To butch.
It's the beginning of a trebuchet.
Oh, sorry, my dyslexia.
It's also a French word that he didn't quite spell correct, but damn sure came close.
So back to topic then, emotional availability.
When is a good time to be emotionally available and emotionally vulnerable?
I think you should define it better than just keep asking that question, saying what you're saying, because for some people that's a whole different intake. Repeat what did you just said again, and then think about that from a guy's situation.
When is a good time to be emotionally available as well as emotionally vulnerable?
Okay, when is it a good time? Well,
Yeah.
a lot of times we're trained that that's not a good thing to do.
But that's bullshit, because in order to be truly emotionally available, you have to be emotionally vulnerable to things. You can disassociate from the situation if it has nothing to do with you. But you have to have, in order to understand what they're going through, you have to be emotionally vulnerable to it. Correct? To truly understand somebody, to truly understand what they're going through, you have to have either been through it, experienced it, or have firsthand knowledge about it. Yeah,
Sorry,
I know what you're laughing at, Savage.
That's me. That's a private little joke between me and David. But yeah, Will had to disappear because he was going to piss himself laughing by the looks of it.
I saw that a while ago. But no, I believe that when you are emotionally available to someone and you're emotionally vulnerable to that person, it brings you closer to that person.
Yeah.
Because the true understanding, like my sister died. My wife doesn't understand that feeling because she's never lost a sibling. Right? She understands the feeling of loss, but she doesn't quite grasp the same feeling of that family. You know what I mean? So she's emotionally available, but she's not as emotionally vulnerable about it. Somebody who's lost a sibling, whether it be at a young age or an older age, they understand a little bit more about what it feels like when they go.
Yeah.
It's like losing a parent. I don't know what it's like to lose your parents. I don't know that feeling yet. My parents are 86 and 84.
Yeah.
Okay? My parents are going to die soon. I know they are. But until that day, I don't know what it's like to lose a mom or a dad. Now, I do know what it's like to find out to be adopted.
Oh,
and the emotional vulnerability behind being adopted creates, I believe, it can create other traumas or create other triggers, I guess we could call them. But I believe that the adoption process, though it's a good thing, and I believe wholeheartedly in adoption over abortion, but I'm not getting into that subject with anyone. So don't worry, we're not talking about that. But with adoption, being adopted, I found out at a young age that I was adopted. I felt at my age now, I feel that at the age that I found out, I was too young to comprehend it.
Mm-hmm.
So my brain fractured. I don't remember. I have no real memory. Like, I can't recall memories before that date. The day that I was told.
I agree with you there because I got told properly when I was 8, but when I started talking around about 3, 4, I was still hanging out with who I was told was my brother. And I never understood why we didn't live together. And then one day he said, Mum still loves you. And for a whole year, I went mute. And then when I was 8, I then got explained about things. And then I met people when I was about 14, 15. And yeah.
See,
So it's
I
that
kind of
crap.
grew up in a similar situation.
Yeah.
I kind of grew up with the same thing. I was adopted by my grandparents.
Same here.
I found out when I was 11, almost 12 years old, who my biological father was and who my biological mother was.
Same here. I was adopted by my father's side, so my dad was kind
Same
of
here.
always there, but I thought he was my brother.
I grew up, and even to this day, he may be my biological father. I may call him Pops when I call him or when I talk to him. But it's the relationship I have with him is he's my older brother. He will not tell me how to live my life. He will not tell me what to do. He will not tell me how to make my decisions. He will not make my decisions for me. He's not my fucking dad. But that's on a whole nother subject that we can get into if people would like to, because this is emotional vulnerability. Me allowing myself to talk about my situation growing up knowing that the man who raised me was my grandfather, but I only knew him as my dad up until that point. I mean, they told me stories that when I would come home from school and be like, why does everybody have a mom and dad, but I have a grandma and grandpa? Because I guess I used to call them grandma and grandpa.
Yep.
Why does everybody else have a mom and dad, but I don't? And
why
from that day on.
And then the questions were, why are your parents old and ours are young? Yeah. And then you get the questions. I don't know if you had it, Tony, but I had the question going about, oh, well, where you're adopted by your dad's parents, does that mean you're inbred?
See, I never got that.
I got that one, mate.
I think my parents got looked down on harder than I did, because when they took me in, my youngest older brother was 16 years old.
Right.
So they had already basically raised 4 kids. So a lot of their family looked down on them because they opened themselves up. They didn't have to open themselves up emotionally to me. They could have let me go into the system and disappear, and that would have been that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But where would I be today? Who would I be today? What would my life be? Would I be a convict? Would I be sitting in jail for murder? If I look back at my life and I look at the way that my life was, like the way I was, not the way I was raised, but the way I was, I should be in fucking prison.
If it weren't for having kids, I'd be in jail. I'll tell you that now.
And if it wasn't for me having my son,
not here,
I
and
would
that's
have.
not on a suicidal thing. That's more on a way of life.
Yeah, when I had my son, it made me realize that there was more to my life than just me.
Yep.
And my son's graduated. He's out. He's gonna live his life.
Sorry to
I'm
bring
proud
it
of
up.
him.
I know that's a sore subject of you, so I do apologize, Tony.
But that's part of this show, right? Is the emotional vulnerability and people being emotionally available to understand.
But then that's me also reciprocating, saying I understand the pain and that I am sorry.
It isn't really painful. I'm so proud of my son. Like I'm so proud. He broke the generational curse of my family. And I'm so happy that he did it. I should have done it, but I was too hot-headed. I was too angry. I was too...
But can I just say, with you being too angry and things like that, with you being raised by your grandparents, it was always, oh, stop being lazy, stop doing this, stop doing that. You were told what to do and demanded. Whereas with your son, you kind of changed that a little bit as he got older and you started speaking to him more on a different level. Like, come on.
I started, I mean, when as soon as my son started making full sentences, I started talking to him like an adult.
Yeah, exactly. But what I'm trying to say is as they get older, how obviously you've emotionally been there for your son as well. So you've been able to have that open communication, whereas growing up, we didn't have that.
That is correct. I did not have the emotional connection to my dad. Like the man that I call my dad.
Yes, we had a dad, yes, and mom, yes, we loved them. But it was the understanding of the brain and what it's like to be a teenager and this and that and the other, and helping them through them stages and becoming a man like you have. You've already done it. You're ahead of me. Do you know what I mean? But do you feel that...
I appreciate the kind words and the boost of encouragement, but I had the availability to go to any college I wanted to. If I would have just done my homework, like legitimately, I got A's on all of my tests, on all of my quizzes, on all the pop quizzes, on all the like diagrams or all the dioramas and all that shit. I got A's on everything, on all my tests in every subject. But when it came down to writing out like an essay, fuck it, I'd rather say it. I can speak it to you better than I can write it. To this day, as you can see, you look in front of me and you look at other podcasts and you look at other episodes of people doing this kind of shit. They got shit in front of them that they're looking at, they're reading off of, they're taking cues on points. I don't do that shit. I jump into this show as blind as you guys are into it, because that's what I like about this show. We pick a topic, and instead of me going and researching journals and finding mental health program guides and all this bullshit that most of us have been through, I want it to be a truly immersive community point. This is what I need. This is what I want. We need to have this open availability, and that's where this emotional comes in, because the emotional availability, for me, I'm here for anybody. I will put my shit, like Savage said, on the back burner, and I will be here for anyone who needs me to be there, an ear. If I can get to you, I will get to you. If I can get services to you, I will get them to you. If I'm able to help you, I will. But I'm always an ear. So I have to also be emotionally vulnerable on this show, because I have to be able to say, hey, I'm willing to open up and show you that it's okay to open, that this place is safe. Nobody's going to judge you here. I'm looking for a place to smile, right? I am looking for a place to smile. And I believe we all are. Go ahead, Will.
Will's popped in. Sorry, I'm just doing some more showering.
So I can the whole thing of your children keep you sane. Well, what can you tell somebody who's lost all like their sanity? As in your child,
I can relate to that side too.
I mean, your child grew up and he left naturally. What happened if because of unnatural causes or sinful shit happens, and it's not always the guy's fault. But their children being ripped away that way, how can you expect somebody to ever be that vulnerable again?
It takes time. Trust me.
It takes time.
Been there.
And I'm going to keep saying this as much as my wife hates to hear it. It does take therapy, and it not necessarily sitting down with a therapist. It takes some form of therapy for yourself, whether it be painting pottery, digging in the ground and planting fucking roses and gardening, whether it be, I mean, smoking is the way of dealing with it. But
kind of go out, almost find a new hobby to be able to strip back, knock down them walls and rebuild yourself again. To them,
I will tell you one thing that does help.
Vulnerable again.
I do, what helps me is this company, because it gives me something to keep my hands and mind and everything focused on.
That's a huge thing for me as well. My mind is constantly running with it. I'm constantly thinking of things, having interviews set up and then forgetting that I have them, and then being called 30 minutes and being like, oh yeah, by the way, we have an interview. Fuck. So what do I do 3 days later is I fucking call him at midnight, fucking his time, and I'm like, hey, I got an interview right now. Fuck you. So you have to find an outlet for the aggression that you feel, because I know you feel it. I know that there's a lot of pent up rage you try to hide behind a lot in this business.
Beating your meat doesn't help.
I'm not calling you out, but I'm calling you out. You tried to hide a lot of your pain in the company already. Knock it the fuck off. Let us help. You want to become emotionally vulnerable and emotionally available again, you have to be willing to say, okay, I'm emotionally broken, but these people are willing to help me pick up the pieces and put me back together. Because you're not dead. That's the thing. You're not dead. You're broken. You can be glued back together, and you can be glued stronger. If we use gold to glue you together, you're not going to break as easy, right?
Stop losing the moisturizer.
So that's where it is, and that's where this company sits as well. But that's where this whole program sits as well. Is I've got to be emotionally vulnerable so that you guys can truly understand that this show is not some bullshit of me sitting down trying to spew out a bunch of nonsense out of my mouth. This is literally me telling you, this is what I believe in. This is what I want. This is what I think can help this community. Fuck helping the states or fucking helping the rest of the world. Our community. And I mean the mental health community from every fucking aspect of it. I think this program can, should, and will reach as far as we need it to.
Now, when you were talking about, me and Savage used to do this when Savage first joined, when I used to do Karen Share, when I actually was trying to do this type of show. If somebody is in, if you just got to give to my team your information if you can't find resources local to you. We go out of our way to actually find you phone numbers and links to help you get through the smallest things. So if you need help and you can't find local links to you, please reach out to the company, or you can reach out to us at btmxeast@gmail.com. Your name won't be disclosed. We'll send you a list of links that are local to you, and we'll do the best we can to help your life become a little bit easier so you can focus on the positive side.
Hey, for next week's show, this bottom banner where it says welcome to BTMX, where you matter and everyone is welcome, that will have Ohio, California, Washington, Alaska, and Florida phone numbers.
And UK.
That we can reach. I will, and the UK. I will personally get each of those phone numbers for you to be able to call out if you're in need of assistance.
With the UK, a lot of the time it's called the Samaritans. They're the ones
there's
that
also
people
the Good Samaritans.
Yeah, it's called the Samaritans, and it's like a helpline number when you're in that crisis mode about to do something. They're there to help. So I'll get the number for that. I'll shoot that over to you at the end of the show.
There's also a worldwide.
Put it into a banner run.
Some people can't talk either, and there is a number that's globally used for texting too that takes you actually whenever legal help.
Exactly. If you don't want to talk to
somebody,
there is a text number. There are national text numbers for both the UK and the United States. I don't know about other
Sometimes there's
countries.
even like the number that they use. Sometimes it appears up on WhatsApp, and you can just talk to them like you would a normal person. Yeah.
You know what? Maybe I should. Maybe if the fans want it at home, maybe we should actually develop a page just for S.M.I.L.E, so people can reach out and get their phone numbers and be able to talk to you more personally about their topics and their issues in their life without constantly reaching out to you on your professional page.
I don't know. Let's why don't we make it a group? Well, no, because I'd like to keep it as anonymous as possible.
Yep.
Unless they want to be known. So it can't really be, you know, I want anybody that's watching right now, you can go to my page or you can go to my BTMX page and you can leave me a message or you can write a post on my wall. It will be seen within an hour at most. Between the three of us, we cover a 24-hour time grid completely.
It might help you and help with others, but I think it's really to find like the national one for the UK. Okay. But that's okay. Thank you. Screenshot that
for everyone.
That's the link right there to my page, Craig.
Got the more direct.
So I can show you. Because that's what Rocker W gave me.
Thank you. Got some numbers already.
Okay. Going back to one of your previous statements, David, about people being taken advantage of and basically abused and treaded down on because they're emotionally vulnerable. How can we let somebody who's in that state, or how can we stop that kind of a thing from happening more? How do you feel we could stop somebody who's in a vulnerable place emotionally from being taken advantage of? What do we need more of? What kind of resources do you feel we need more of?
This is the thing, David's from the UK, so our resources are different to your resources.
That don't mean shit to me. I'm asking you,
I know
what
that.
our
I'm just saying in general.
What do we need as a community? Because what happens if it works in your country and then we try and we adopt it over here and it works? You get what I'm saying? Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's no reason why we as a community can't come up with a fucking way to help ourselves. What kind of resources would y'all like to see that would be more available? Because being emotionally vulnerable doesn't mean you're weak-minded. Sometimes you're emotionally vulnerable, like you're emotionally vulnerable and susceptible to anger, which can be a symptom, but it can also be a true emotion. Is that true anger?
Sometimes anger, you say anger is a symptom. Sometimes I find myself anger is a defense mechanism, especially when it's something that you care about. You don't mean to get angry, but you do because it's kind of a defense. David probably can't think right now because he's probably quite high with what I saw was on his rolling tray.
Hey, that's always a good thing.
Oh, it was more than that was on his rolling tray. His rolling tray was nearly full. That's all I'm going to say.
Between these two right here, it's the equivalency of what's on that tray.
It's the equivalent of these nuts.
dragging across your chin.
So I dropped the
Hey,
links.
John, are you still with us?
He hasn't run away.
Who, me? Shit. Unfortunately, I'm doing what something our team should be doing.
It would be nice to see a couple people from our team up in here right now throwing in their fucking opinions.
Especially when I put hours of work into people. This show's a perfect topic, you have to be able to give and reciprocate emotional help. That can go. And you're talking about anger. You could be the happiest thing in the world right now and still be pissed off. What's that mean? Are you finger banging?
Listen up, staff. This is not a joke. We are live right now on my show, and we need you to interact at least for 5 minutes. Give some input. Say you're here. Let us know that you're here. We are watching, and believe me,
We're watching.
I was waiting for you to fucking do something like that. You should have put the fucking unicorn head on when you did that. Welcome to Willie's World. I'm not even looking at that message because I know it's wrong.
You don't need to. You just heard it.
Yeah, I was part of the live, even though I didn't want to be today. So my question for you is: you're expecting everyone to be able to, come up with a method of way for helping themselves? Well, a lot of people won't go to counseling, and that's the fact that it's not because it's counseling itself that we don't want; it's that we don't trust people. People we have trusted emotionally and physically and mentally have fucked us. Like 90% of us. No matter how good we try to be to people or hold a smile or open that door for somebody always has a tendency of shitting on somebody's rain cloud. And eventually, there's a lot of good people that try to do the right thing, but there's only so many shit cookies somebody can eat before they start getting shitty back. Correct?
Well, yeah, some of the groups I've done, I've just got to say thank you. David shared on my behalf. So thank you for that, David.
Oh, yeah. He's been getting the ball, and he's not even staff. Shit.
Well,
we do have new staff that we should announce, because don't forget, you're going to see one of our new show hosts tomorrow on Reapers Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Two of them. Saphira's going to be there for at least a little bit.
Well, Saphira is an entity of herself. So I'm not announcing her because everybody should know who the fuck she is. She's going to be coming out with her own show, Down the Rabbit Hole. She also is going to have two small co-hosts. She's going to have two other co-hosts on the show. We also have just had Queen Enigma is now officially with BTMX. She's actually...
I just added her to the group.
She's already going to be inside the next show with me. And then her show starts on Thursday, which will end up being Unleashing the Best. She's officially taking over Unleashing the Best, giving it her own twist and everything. So I'm proud to have her join our team. Not only that, she is a phenomenal talent all the way around. That song that you hear in the promo for Unleashing the Best is actually her with her old band. So it's an honor to have such a talented person join us as another show host.
She is really known in the American, in the psychopathic scene in America.
Yeah, so all you see, and once again, we try to create a place where everyone feels at home. So feel free to talk. Also, Tony doesn't say this much because he gets out of practice, but if one of you guys watching want to come on the show with us, you need to let us know in the comments. We'll see your chat. You send you the link, and you can join up and come and talk personal, technically face to face, and talk about your issues if you want to. So we want to hear your guys' story, and so does Tony. Tony wants to be able to hear what you've been through. talk about your issues. You hear me talking about mine. You hear Savage about his. You definitely hear Tony. What we want to hear is you. You at home that are taking the time out to watch. You that are just got on this video. This is S.M.I.L.E. This is Mentally Health Awareness Show where everyone, no matter how shitty you think you are welcome, and will be heard by Tony and 90% of the time just Savage. So take advantage of it. This is a place where you're safe. Nobody's going to judge you in the comments. Because, trust me, you think you guys are keyboard warriors. I have a team right now that's in charge of what you're seeing. This show is technically being ran by 3 of us at the same time. So talk about Tina. And then not only that, we just got done hiring an amazing beauty that just got added to the BTMX model roster. So you guys might as well say goodbye to the old look for BTMX one last time, our modeling scene. Remember to check out our modeling page because that's all about the change with our brand new Phoenix coming up, our brand new talent that's going to be on there. And these are going to be girls who have earned their spot that have faces up on the banner, not all the modeling. But we do have other talent amongst our team, but we're going to end up introducing you to Siren, who is also, once again, another multi-talented person that you're going to be seeing a lot of here on BTMX. And her official Facebook page will end up being released in the next couple days. We also have another co-host coming up. Her persona will be announced soon. Within the end of this week with a brand new promo out for her. That's who's going to be co-hosting with no other than Saphira the Forsaken, our lovely vampire. Don't forget, in the next couple weeks, they're going to be doing a vote for the Face of Horror. Cast your vote for Saphira. Get her in. She's definitely worth it. She has plenty of talent inside that scene. She's already knows 90% of the people that are part of that project, and it's about time that she gets in the front of that magazine to show all those non-sayers what she means. So all you got to do is simply click on that, pay attention. I'm going to drop the link for this event that they're doing right now. It'll let you cast 1 vote a day or for free. And if you feel like doing more, you'll be able to do that at your own option. I'll explain to you how. But right now the voting has not started, but it's good to have the link before you need it. So cast your votes. Get our homegirl on there.
There we go. There it is.
I will just quickly say I'm muted because of the microwave, as you can hear.
Oh, you're good.
So I didn't mean to take up your show.
No, you're good. I do those promos typically. Why don't we break for a quick song? Let me come back on subject.
I have one line
I may
that I
actually
know
change
will
subject coming back.
When you lie to me, I act like I believe it. You ain't fooling that one of my demons. We're the angels with no feathers, we some heathens. Humans are just toxic Nephilim. When you lie to me, I act like I believe it. You ain't fooling that one of my demons. We the angels with no feathers, we some heathens. Humans are just toxic Nephilim. Follow in my footsteps, now I'm leading. I can show you things you don't believe in. The most successful ones, nobody believed in. I was just a boy no one believed in. A lot of suckers wondering why they ain't bleeding. My kids need me at the prison. You ain't worthy as a victim, but one day I'm gonna catch your ass slipping. No more bullshit in your career, Scottie Pippen. What is this I found up in my Lipton? Yo, got my cup glowing like it's Krypton. Yo, pull up, I'm receiving the transmission. From the spaceship, I'ma fuck your bitch on.
It would be fine.
When you lie to me, I act, I believe it. You ain't fooling that one of my demons. We're the angels with no feathers, we some heathens. Humans are just toxic Nephilim. When you lie to me, I act like I believe it. You ain't fooling that one of my demons. We the angels with no feathers, we some heathens. Humans are just toxic Nephilim. Everything will bloom within its season. Yeah. Everything will die without a reason. All these sucker motherfuckers tripping. Looking for a box that I can fit in. Blueface hunters busting out my trousers. Police looking at me with suspicion. Broke boys hating on me, what's the reason? Fuck them and their reason. They ain't hating, you ain't doing nothing. When you lie to me, I act like I believe it. You ain't fooling that one of my demons. We're the angels with no feathers, we some heathens. Humans are just toxic. When you love me, I act like I believe it. You ain't fooling that one of my demons. We the angels with no feathers, we some heathens. Humans are just toxic Nephilim.
Up. What is up? What is up? What is up? Tony is there, but Will hasn't put it back on. There he is. Boom.
All right, so you're back.
So you just take us away. But
Well, the fucking like, where the fuck did he go?
Bait and switch. Bait and switch.
Where do you think you're going? He's trying to run away.
See him. It's all dark.
It's fucking almost 10 o'clock.
Sorry, it's Tony's show. Tony needs to be at the top.
I don't care where you put me. I don't care. I can do this.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Sorry, I thought that song would be very relatable to the subject that we were on. It is the fact of how, personally, how people emotionally open up to people and sometimes get that negativeness that we were just talking about. So that song to me is kind of explaining the walls that we build up because of the shit that we dealt with from people. Do you get what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah, that was why I put it in there because of the.
See, I would have played that song. See, what I would have done is you pick that song. As soon as I got done playing that song, the next song would have been "Demons" by you.
But I just will say that the next song that is in the playlist is just one to play out on to cheer Tony up because of the t-shirt that I saw him in the meeting the other day. And that's all I'm saying on the matter. Tony's sitting there trying to wrap for his brain what t-shirt and what day we're talking about now.
Well, it's either my Rick and Morty, my Until Valhalla, or Fuck Your Feelings.
None of them three. Demon Slayer.
It might have been my Demon Slayer one.
Yeah. But that's to end the show on. I'm just saying that.
That's good. No, I have a straight up question. I'll just ask it here. What are the rules on Twitch about smoking?
I don't know. I've been smoking the whole show. Sorry.
No, if that was a true thing, then a lot of people would be fucked. Especially let's see. They have a whole weed. No, they have a whole weed show. Or they
I
just
think
slept with
it's more
everyone on
just the advertising and being point blank. Like where you have a table, if you were to physically be rolling, I think that's kind of advertising. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, you're in your
Again,
we're
it's weird.
we're not advertising weed just yet. Just yet.
So me
No, this is
having this
a
here,
cigarette.
That's just a lamp that you need to light manually.
Yeah. You need to heat it up for the lamp to work. It's one of them old school ones. You've got to fire it up.
Yeah, it's like that lamp with have that wax warmer on.
I mean, you
You
could
hit the
always try and rub it warm like Aladdin did with the genie, but I don't think it would work with that one because it's not like a goldy colour. So that one you need a blowtorch for. I mean, personally, Aladdin and how he rubs that lamp is how Will's been rubbing his penis, but we won't go there. Sorry, that's another show.
Really wanted to spend the next 2 days and not hustle.
It's only once or twice.
then don't.
I keep getting told I should be a stand-up comic with the amount of random shit I come out with.
We should just have another show later on where we just shit talk the whole entire time.
Oh, I think that would be bad.
I mean, it would be good. This show's about mental health. There, guys. This show is ran by
Tell that
Tony.
dude to fuck off, whoever said that.
And that he says emotional support. He says, "Fuck that guy can fuck off." You watching just some other random guy, right?
What about my TikTok?
And TikTok just came up with said fix your face. It's got to be a comment on something.
Tell him to come on the show. You give him the
Well,
show
no.
link and we'll rinse him.
That'll be the
live.
show that's for later. That'll be the later show.
Oh.
Should I put on yours?
I don't have a TikTok. Is this broadcast on Tik?
No. Why not? No. I would have if my beautiful ex-wife wasn't a converging devil cunt. But no, it's not right now.
Here.
I know where it's coming from.
Oh, Tony's run away.
Just like bam.
He
I think
just
he
ran
forgets
away
he's
with the spoon. The little dog laughed to see such fun. I sent it the wrong way around.
Yeah, you did. I still understood where you were going. So, yeah, we're gonna do a random show occasionally where we're just gonna shoot shit with you guys. You guys want to bring up funny topics, or we do have 2 music artists. Why not fuck around with that? Maybe get some of our other hosts involved. Just a random show here and there. Just to see what you guys are up to and hear what's on our minds and see how fucked up me and Savage can get. With Tony trying to play the good guy in the middle, but he always becomes the cream in the cookie. Sweetens up the pie.
Don't put cream and pie together with Tony.
Why?
I don't know. That's all I got to say.
He's stroking his eyebrow like he just turned into an evil Disney villain. You can tell when he gets angry. Unmute yourself.
He is unmuted.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
I will go check. Yeah, he's unmuted on our side. We're just waiting on him to get on his side. I bet he is going to have to go out and get back in it because he went on another program that's ass raping his data. Yeah, especially when it comes to other social media. Tip 1 as a streamer. If you're in the stream, do not go to another social media.
While on said live, because it fucks up. Trust me, I've learned from experience. And I think
yeah.
Tony's just learned now. And here's Tony.
Tony, you're back?
Yes.
Are you going to smile? So how about we take a quick break? They haven't seen this yet, guys, and we're going to take a quick break real quick, and we'll be right back, okay?
Yep.
Like a minute or so, all right?
Hang on. I'm just looking at Pasty Bones' Instagram. Put me on a big one. We did this at the UK gathering. For him to do this in America is absolutely amazing. Put my camera on. Actually, no, we might get kicked off stream.
Oh, you just dropped that shit.
Hold on.
That's what's up. That's fucking funny. All right, we'll be right back, guys.
Shout out Percy Bones.
Like a shield they grow. Tony and Panda, the place you call home. Demons in my brain, but I got an army. Tony slaps Panda, no need to harm me. Voices loud, yet the heart feels clammy. Stage lights on, we all family. Demons in my brain, but I got an army. Tony slaps Panda, no need to harm me. Voices loud, yet the heart feels clammy. Stage lights on, we all family. Come to the show, smile, you ain't alone. Through the speakers, our pain gets shown. Raise your fist like a shield, they grow. Tony and Panda, the place you call home. Till the show smiles, you ain't alone. Through the speakers, our pain gets shown. Raise your fist like a shield, they grow. Tony and Panda, the place you call home. Let the bass drop, let your heart pound. We fight the invisible, make no sound. Break the chains, no longer feel bound. In this arena, solace found. Mental scars inked in our minds. Through the chaos, a clear sign. Tony guided Panda in the line. Together we heal, time after time.
We're back. So what do you think of your new show intro?
And we are back.
So what do you think of the show intro?
I just put my thumbs up. I don't know if you noticed that, but I really did like that. But it's not my opinion. It's got to be Tony's. But I do like that new intro.
I do.
And I just finished making that while you guys were doing this show.
But can I just say something? You spelled smile correctly this time instead of smile. Sorry. Sorry.
You know, if this was the gathering, I would have absolutely no problem.
All right.
Look,
I know what we're talking about next week.
Butt plugs. I'm sorry. Sorry. ADHD brain.
That's the other group. No, the
Squirrels.
next week we're gonna go in depth into S.M.I.L.E itself. Into
Sorry,
what
we'll stop. I can't help it.
Oh, shut up. I want to dive into depth about what this show is about. Like, I want people to understand what truly S.M.I.L.E means. So next week's show is going to actually be a little bit different. I'm not gonna ask my brother-in-law to be on here because honestly, he'd run from the two of you.
Who?
Peter.
I ain't that horrible.
Okay.
Hey, I only did.
Laugh at me, Christy. How dare you?
I promise I'll win the loop.
Chrissy,
I'm
you're more scary than me, and you know that.
All right. First off, he's very religious.
So am I,
Okay.
but not his same religion.
That type of religious, or like,
He's Mormon.
No, or like Monty Python.
Oh, sorry.
Hit against your head.
Yeah, I don't like.
Sorry, Tony, carry on.
He's LDS. I am too. I'm LDS. I'm Mormon. I grew up in the church. I'm
Oh,
LDS.
thank God you followed that up with Mormon, because LDS, I was really worried you were talking about some of the add-ons to the LGBT. Yeah.
No. But
Oh, here we welcome all religions. I'm actually trying to find peers from each religion around the world.
See, I
To
love learning about different religions. I mean,
see,
I'm
that's my whole.
Catholic, but I am a pagan, but I still love to learn.
Okay, well, I'm not going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this on another show. Hopefully, we can have a bullshit one later on tonight or in a little bit. But if you guys want to open your minds to what BTMX is looking for, you're going to want to come over to that. It's just going to be randomness shit. But it's some of the things that we're actually looking for, and we're looking for inside people. And maybe we might get some of our other models or hosts on here to talk. And then, this back to Tony's show. Back to Tony. Tony, sorry, yeah, your brother would not like me because I can only play a McDonald's smile for forever. And everyone is entitled to believe what they want to believe. And I used to be.
It's not even anything to do with on a religious wise. It's the concept of the show hasn't altered from what I wanted because this is what I absolutely wanted, and I think my sister is actually pretty happy with me about it. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna ask him a few questions about what led them to creating S.M.I.L.E the way that they did, and
here's an idea. Sorry to interrupt. I was going to say, there's no harm in pre-recording something as we're live going to that video. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah. Why not you?
That helps you, Tony. That's just
Why not? Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, Savage. If I interview him, I would love for you to be there. And the reason being, he was born and raised in Kent.
Okay.
Okay, he brought me an official Liverpool football jersey. Oh, shut up. You and your who?
I nearly disowned my son for being a Tottenham fan. I could have accepted that he come and told me that he was gay, but the fact that he told me he was Tottenham, he nearly ended up being homeless.
So who do you go for?
Chelsea.
Chelsea?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. At least you're not a Man U.
I used to be Man U, but then I got converted by my brother. I mean, Tottenham.
I support Chelsea, but I love Liverpool. I've never been, but I love Liverpool. I follow them on everything. But like I said, another topic, another day. Actually, Will, why don't we go ahead and end this right today? We're going to talk about S.M.I.L.E actual next week. We're going to truly talk about S.M.I.L.E and what I have planned for this entire, what I see as an outcome and what I see as being the optimum return here. You know what I mean? So why don't we actually start up another show and just talk about bullshit like this?
Okay. If we do though, I still would like to play that last song on the playlist.
Oh, of course, we can end out right now.
That's for you, and that's kind of a nice one to end the show on. It's one by an artist called S.M.I.L.E from the UK, who's just recently toured the UK, USA for the first time.
Okay,
but
hold on.
Was made before Demon Slayer came out. As a
Will's trying to say something. Hold on.
Will's
the
button.
Yeah. So I was gonna play that song whether he wanted me to or not, because you know he fished me into this motherfucking show.
I kicked you out when we were told enough, so I kicked you out. You came back. That had nothing to do with me.
He jumped back in the fucking boat.
He knew he was baiting my ass.
he jumped back in the boat.
Well, I think what he did was he brought me a siren and I heard her song, so I ended up following him along. So we're going to go ahead and end the show going into... Who's this artist?
This artist is S.M.I.L.E from the UK. This song was actually done... A lot of his songs are inspired by anime. And he is known out there in Japan and that. And this was the song build up towards Demon Slayer before Demon Slayer was actually dropped. Just a little bit for you. But yeah, we will see you shortly, guys.
Yeah, I live epic, I'm pick-headed, and any demon that I pick gets deaded. Rip shredded, swing weapon, begin wrecking. With the twin method I taught us to tell it. Who wants war? Everybody run from the boar. I am not the one to ignore. You will get flung with the force from the bottom of my lungs with a roar. Kick off the door, draw sword, nichirin blade, indigo grey, kakoine. Ore no kokyu wa saikyo daze, ore ga kirai imashine. You will not save, break a blockade. Hit you so hard, make your chest concave. Give me top place, Inosuke, I cross blades, I jump straight. Climbing too light, head right a fool like. You're never gonna cock you. Think you're better than. Rude boy, I cannot. Jump on some machine. If you're bored, I'm gonna sort through. Run in the moonlight. Climbing too light, head right a fool like. You're never gonna cock you. Think you're better than. Rude boy, I cannot. Jump on some machine. Now the one ball's gonna get loose. If I see moves, tell Montreal to draw for the and minion 2 to stop snoring. Come on, step in the ring, cause I'm ready to start brawling. Get a sting from the jagged edge, swing swords, make them sing like jagged edge. Then I put on the head and I slash the neck. Let me go beast mode when I ravage them. I take a rock to my sisters, making pain personally. Rock no kiba, Nango Igami. I follow no leader, you can be my lackey. Crew no kiba, Shingo Nidizaki. It's not a stretch when I flex. Beat them till they looking like the hairs on my head. Let an upper moon know they better watch their step. Call it halitosis, I got the strongest bullet. Climbing too light. But a fool like, you're never gonna cock you. Think you're better than. Rude boy, I cannot. Jump on some machine. If you're bored, I'm gonna sort through. Run in the moonlight. Climbing too light. Head but a fool like, you're never gonna cock you. Think you're better than. Rude boy, I cannot. Jump on some machine. Now the one ball's gonna get loose. Skin tough like hide, you should never muck with I. They can bring 100 guys, I call that my hunting time. Fighting till the sun can rise, slice, chop. Tell them I don't have the blind spot. Enemies hate the way I dodge. I'm on the center stage, I hog. I know they want the skill I got, stopping is a bother. If they waffle in then I hop. Nothing can be blocked, you got my body at a tight spot. Solitary origin on the eye like a cyclops. Warrior, I'm shouting from the wild, I'm a swine boss. Shut up, you'll get cut up. Take heads off, I'm up down to sun up for the ball plus.
people know who it is when I run in the book. Cutting me too like headbutt a fool like you're never gonna cock you. Think you're better than you, boy, I cannot. Judge on some motion. If you're bored, I'm gonna sort through. Run in the book like cutting me too like headbutt a fool like you're never gonna cock you. Think you're better than you, boy, I cannot. Judge on some motion. Let the war force in the game.